The Luxury Lounge event in World of Tanks Blitz is a fantastic way of not only getting a free Tier 8 premium, but even if you can't afford it, getting times 10 boosters or gold boosters. Overall, this is a fantastic event for any player, whether you're new or fairly experienced. Now, in today's video, we are mainly going to be focusing on the STG Guard. I'll be talking about why, in my eyes, it's an absolutely fantastic vehicle, and if you have the resources to get it, I would highly recommend to do so. Now, there are a couple different ways of getting resources. The first way doesn't involve you trading in anything, and that is just playing battles. Every ace you get, you'll get 180 diamonds. Every first class is, I think, 60, and then it just goes down and down. But mainly, just try to play games and get aces in first classes. You'll be able to get your hands on diamonds. The other ways are going to be trading existing boosters, resources, premium time, things like that. Now, my suggestion, if you have a crap ton of premium time lying around, diamonds are the best way with premium time. 30 days of premium will give you 2,250 diamonds. So if you have, I don't know, 200, 300 days worth of premium, you can very easily trade 90 or even 60 days of premium and very easily get your hands on the STG just by playing a couple games after that to get the final diamonds. So that's pretty dang simple. Another one that I think is pretty easy is cooldown boosters. These are pretty useless. I don't know where they are. I think these are them, yeah. So cooldown boosters, unless you plan on playing tournaments, don't really mean too much. I mean, sure, they might help you out in a game mode, but for the most part, I'd rather get a tier 8 than use cooldown boosters in a game mode. So yeah, if you have a bunch of those lying around, I would highly recommend to swap those in as well to get your hands on something like the STG. I would not recommend to use your free XP. It's a ridiculous amount. You know, I would only get 10,000 diamonds for 1.4 million XP, especially with the Blitz Fair rolling around the corner. Usually it has the free XP crates. I would not recommend to waste your XP on this event. Same for credits. I just wouldn't recommend to spend 70 million credits to get your hands on an STG Guard. Unless you have a billion credits, this isn't going to be worth it. Other ways to trade in, you could do premium time certificates. These aren't a bad shout either. But overall, my major suggestion would be the cooldown boosters and the 30 days of premium. The only other one I can say that isn't too bad is the 3,500 gold offer. You can get 4,000 diamonds for 3,500 gold. That's actually not that bad. That means you can get an STG Guard if you purchase this and then trade in a little bit of boosters for like maybe 4k gold. That's actually pretty dang simple and definitely worth it in the end. So that's my advice. I would highly recommend to try to pick up the STG if you don't have to sacrifice a lot of the resources that you actually end up using. I think the vehicle is actually fantastic. Now, if you don't end up getting enough resources for the STG, that's still fine because you can get gold boosters. I already got all the gold boosters, but you can also get the butterfly effect camo, which is by far one of the nicest camos in the game. I've already picked up 2 of them, and I will definitely be picking up more. And we also have the times 10 XP boosters, which are also fantastic. So yeah, and you can also get the limited edition luxury containers, which can give you some other pretty solid rewards, like the endless space camo, which looks absolutely epic. You can get your hands on the Bisante if you're lucky. It is a 0.2% drop chance, so keep that in mind. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty solid event. I personally am not wasting a lot of my resources on it because I spent about 1 billion credits on the Luxury Lounge event last time, and I don't think it was worth it. So yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore, but I am going to play the STG and showcase why it is such a fun vehicle. One thing that Blitz players refuse to understand is while damage per minute can be important, it is not the most important factor on a vehicle. For example, the STG Guard has 1900 damage per minute base. Now, if you were to play a 5-minute battle, if you shot every single second of that game for 5 minutes, you would be able to deal just shy of 10,000 damage. Now, judging that, I don't think there's ever been a 10,000 damage game recorded in World of Tanks Blitz for Tier 8. Yeah, I mean, yes, damage per minute is important if you're in a brawl, or you need it to beat somebody, or you want to farm, but in the majority of situations you play, if you have alpha and you're able to trade back into cover, it can be just as important, if not better. Dealing high damage games is not reliant on DPM, it is reliant on how you play the tank. You can very easily pull out vehicles like a 183 and only pen 3 shots in your entire game and still deal upwards of 4,000 damage. So yeah, I don't know. I just personally don't really feel like DPM is that important of a factor. I feel like just playing your tanks properly is the most important thing. Now, we got a T-77 off to the side. That player is going to get 2 shells into our opponents. I'm hoping he doesn't have another shell for me. We're just going to push up top here and see if we can get a shell into the T20. Hello, good sir. Bonk. There you go. Nice 395 shot. The nice thing about the STG is the 400 alpha. It allows you to very easily outtrade opponents. I mean, the M40 and T77 on the enemy team both do not outtrade me, which means we can very easily aim in on that T77, roll him for 380, and just bag him the cover. This is a great example of where alpha wins against damage per minute, because we can just chill here, get a nice slap a Rooney out, and now we're just going to poke this guy. There you go. Nice 360. We are getting some big low rolls. I don't know why my gun's trolling me so much here on alpha, but we are getting shots out, which is the most important thing. The T77 is starting to back up, which is understandable. I would too. We got the T34-1 across the map, and look at that. Do you see how nice the aiming time on this vehicle is? I mean, sure, we don't feature the best accuracy ever at .362, but the gun is accurate enough to get the job done in most situations. We've got the VK100 right in front. Oh, what was that? That didn't even make sense. Okay. I guess I could have aimed in about 0.2 seconds longer, but that shouldn't have happened. Let's just reload here. We got 3 more seconds left, and we should be able to get a slap into this guy. There you go. Easy overmatch on his side armor. Big slap for 330. Well, we're already up to 1,800 damage this game, which is pretty solid, to be fair. I think the Sama should be able to finish off the VK, so we're going to ignore all this. We're going to push wide, and I was going to say finish off the enemy T77, but I guess he's already dead. We're going to wait for the T34 to back up, possibly. Interesting. He's not taking the route I would have expected. Oh, there you go. There we go. Nice 400 roll. I don't think we've actually gotten a shell that has gone over 400 yet in this battle. Our RNG has been very mediocre. But we're still getting pens, and you can see where the alpha does feel quite nice, so not too bad so far. Looks like the SMV has moved from where he was, which is a bit interesting. I would have expected that player to stay in that spot. Weird. Alright, well, I guess the SMV is still there. Alright, let's see. We're going to flank fully wide if we can and get behind them. While the enemy team is obviously in a losing situation, it doesn't mean that the SMV can't farm a lot of our team out. So we're going to go wide. Sorry, my voice kind of died there for a second. Let's aim it on the rear of the 34-3, and just not the proper angle to be able to HE him in the back. It's fine, though, because we brought him down to a one-shot, so our team is able to finish him off anyway. We have the Titan 54D, who we're going to aim in on, and there you go. Nice 414 shot. Then we're just going to back up. Again, great example of where Alpha triumphs DPM. We can just let our Tiger finish off this player, and there you go. So not only did we do a solid job in this game, not only did we get out some pretty nasty bleeds, but we're also going to win the battle. So it's kind of a win-win. The Charioteer gets a shot into the SMV, and now we're just going to poke him real quick and see if we can get the finishing blow. Yeet! Unfortunate. We hit his frontal armor instead of the side armor with the HE. But yeah, pretty solid first game. We can clearly see where the alpha and where the small profile of this tank allows you to get some big bonks out. We were not only able to get out 2,800, but we blocked a teeny bit. Didn't get any kills, which is a bit unfortunate, but you will make some good credits, 66,000 with this vehicle. I'm not running any credit boosters. It's a good way to showcase just the overall credit capabilities. So let's do one more game and see if the STG can do just as well. Here we are in our second game. What do we have up against us? A Conqueror! And, well, there's actually not much else in terms of heavies. They do have a Tortoise, but, yeah, interesting. They have a bunch of mediums, though. 3 of them. An STG, Defender Mark 1, and a Bosch Chatillon Barrasque. All very solid tanks. So we're going to have to be quite careful. I am going to do the classic sit-in-bush maneuver early game here. I just think that's the smartest way to get an idea and knowledge of your surroundings while still being able to cover your team at least a little bit. Now you can see how low down this tank is. We can barely even aim in that bush across from us, which is pretty funny. Alright, well, we got the Bosch Chatillon off to the side. Both Barrasques are on the side. We got the Charioteer over here. Wondering if we can get a slap in. Yeah, baby! Nice 432 shot. Again, if you're in another medium with higher DPM, you're not going to be able to get a big slap out like that. So it's a great example of where Alpha does come in handy. So we're going to reload, and there we have it. Alright. Got the STG and Barrasque off to the side. The SMV is camping in... Well, he's not camping, but he's chilling back like we are. So, not much to do right now. We do have the Tortoise showing us his hatch. Unfortunate. While the dispersion isn't the worst thing ever on this vehicle, it's definitely not the best thing ever either. We've got the Conqueror off to the side, and we got the Defender Mark 1. Okay, well, let's put on our Adrenaline, and bonk. Nice 400 damage shot. Turret armor on this tank, by the way, very solid. So if you only end up showing the turret, you will get some good bounces. Nice. T-28 Defender, or Prototype, gets another slap into the Defender Mark 1, and our team clears the Barask, so kind of a win-win situation. Alright, well, there's a lot of death rolling off to the side. I don't think it's going to spot us, so we're going to roll behind the Conqueror if I can. Here we go, and bonk, there you go. Nice 513 damage HE into his vehicle. Let's just keep staying on his side here. I wonder if we can actually get a bounce if we stay directly on his side due to how the turret armor works on this vehicle. Yes, we did. Then we're going to HE him again. A lot of you might not know this, but you can actually HE the flat side of the Conqueror. And the Brat Chat helps us finish him off. So pretty solid. Holy crap, that STG just got ammo racked in front of us. But yeah, solid results so far. Again, you can see how the STG feels fantastic if you play it properly. Aiming on the side of the Tortoise, and just, once again, RNG saying a big F you to Droodles. Ooh boy. Alright, well, we're going to reload again. And 3, a 2, a 1, and this time we will pen the shot. Nice 460 roll as well, bringing us up to 2,300 damage, so not all too bad. I don't think we're going to get any more damage into the Tortoise, but I could be wrong. We're going to try. And there you go. We actually do get the clear. Okay, not a bad game at all. Again, we can very easily see why the STG is a fantastic vehicle. I mean, yeah, the gun's a little troll every now and then, but it didn't affect the game. We got some massive chunks into that Conqueror. And yeah, so I really like the vehicle. 2,700 damage for this game, which is a very solid amount. Another second class, which means we get another 65,000 credits. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this vehicle in the comments down below. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please let me know. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.